We always talk about which dragon is the fastest, or which one has the hottest fire. We obsess over the Night Fury's speed or the Skrill's lightning. But what if size was the only thing that mattered? What if we ignored the agility and the training and just looked at sheer displacement of mass? Today, we're driving into exactly that. We're ranking the top 15 biggest dragon species in the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. We're starting small, well, relatively small, and working our way up to the titans that are essentially living islands. We're gonna kick things off with number 15, the hideous Zippleback. You might not think of this two-headed mystery class dragon as a giant, but the numbers tell a different story. Measuring 63 feet in length, with a wingspan of 38 feet, the Zippleback weighs approximately 6,036 pounds. What makes a Zippleback so dangerous is how it uses its size. One head produces a thick, flammable gas, while the other creates the electrical spark to ignite it. This allows them to create devastating explosions. They can hide behind their own gas, or charge enemies like a flaming wheel of destruction. While the heads contain independent brains, they coordinate attacks on multiple targets at once. At 66 feet long, they have the reach to punish you for trying. But if you think that's big, let's look at number 14, the Titan Wing Dramillion. The regular Dramillion is only about 20 feet long, but the Titan Wing form? That's a different beast entirely. We saw a species on Dramillion Island that stood at a staggering 85 feet in length with a 92-foot wingspan, weighing around 5,500 pounds. This dragon is basically a living library of firepower. It can mimic the fire attack of any dragon it encounters. Imagine a dragon nearly the length of a blue whale that can shoot magnesium blasts, plasma, or lava depending on what it's seen. The Titan Wing can even mix these abilities to create unpredictable combinations. It combines intelligence, stealth, and a massive 85-foot frame to be a threat that learns from every battle it survives. Moving on to number 13, the Fireworm Queen. While the average fireworm is tiny, fitting in the palm of your hand, the Queen is a true giant of the Stoker class. She measures an impressive 90 feet in length, with a wingspan of 36 feet, weighing in at approximately 6,100 pounds. She's striking, with a pale gold glowing body and tan horns that jut out like a crown. She can heat her skin to a temperature rivaling the surface of the sun, hot enough to burn anything that touches her. She's a commander who controls thousands of smaller fireworms that act as extensions of her will. She protects her nest with a venom so deadly it can kill most dragons, yet that same venom can restore the fire of a worn-out Stoker-class dragon. She's a 90-foot-tall life-giver and life-taker. At number 12, we have the Eruptodon. This boulder-class dragon measures 93 feet in length, with a massive wingspan of 149 feet, weighing around 12,500 pounds. The Eruptodon feeds on lava. It possesses thick armor of cooled volcanic rock that makes it nearly immune to heat-based attacks. As it matures, its body temperature rises, causing it to glow with heat. It can fire the lava it consumes as focused blasts and even has fireproof saliva. But really, it's the sheer bulk of the thing. 12,500 pounds of rock and muscle moving through a volcano is a force of nature that very few dragons can stop. Let's move to number 11, the Scaldron. This tidal-class dragon rules the coastal waters and measures 102 feet in length, with a wingspan of 104 feet, weighing approximately 3,000 pounds. The Scaldron hunts other dragons, often feeding on smaller sea species. Instead of breathing fire, the Scaldron scoops massive amounts of water into its gullet, boils it internally, and shoots scalding jets of steam and superheated water. It's like a biological pressure washer that can tear through scales. For all of its size, it has a major weakness. It cannot survive long out of water. Its skin will dry out and it will perish within hours. But in the ocean, at 102 feet long, it's a predator that you have to respect. Breaking into the top 10, we have the Typhoomerang. This Stoker-class dragon is famous for its massive wings and unique fire pattern. It measures around 109 feet in length, with a wingspan of 201 feet, weighing close to 6,000 pounds. The Typhoomerang can create massive fire tornadoes that travel hundreds of miles. Physically, it's strong enough to carry multiple dragons and can put out a forest fire just by flapping those massive wings. It's a siege weapon that can burn down a forest or save it, depending on its mood. At number 9, we have the Titan Wing Singetail. If you thought the Singetail was dangerous, the Titan Wing form is a nightmare. It stands at 150 feet in length, with a wingspan of 167 feet, weighing around 4,500 pounds. The Singetail is designed for 360-degree combat. It has gills on its underbelly that allows it to shoot fire from its mouth, belly, and tail simultaneously. It has independently moving eyes, giving it complete situational awareness. In its Titan form, it can use its belly flames as rocket boosters for incredible speed bursts. It's 150 feet of unapproachable fire that can fight off entire squadrons without ever exposing a blind spot. Now at number 8 is the Timberjack. This sharp-class dragon measures an impressive 171 feet in length, with a wingspan of 315 feet. Despite this massive surface area, it weighs only about 2,700 pounds because of its slender body. The timberjack uses its razor-sharp wings to slice through entire forests in a single pass. Not even thick tree trunks can slow it down. These wings are tough enough to serve as shields against fire and projectiles. While its main weapons are those wings, it can also produce an oil-based fire that burns hotter than most. It's generally a gentle giant, often helping humans chop wood. But if you anger a 171-foot dragon that has blades for wings, you're in trouble. At number 7, we have the Submaripper. You might notice the timberjack was longer, but the Submaripper is a heavier, bulkier beast. This title-class dragon measures 166 feet in length with a wingspan of 113 feet, weighing 4,000 pounds. It's an apex hunter of the deep. The Submaripper creates powerful whirlpools by sucking water into its mouth. These vortexes can pull down entire Viking fleets, and even dragons as big as the Skaldron. Instead of fire, it reverses the suction to fire water jets filled with shipwreck debris. It's a shotgun blast of wood and iron. Despite its awkward proportions, it's agile underwater and acts as an ambush predator. It turns the ocean itself against you. And speaking of the ocean, number 6 is the Shellfire. This is where the size really jumps up. The Shellfire is a colossal tidal dragon measuring 332 feet in length with a wingspan of 300 feet, weighing a staggering 7,600 to 8,000 pounds. The Shellfire has a tough carapace that gets mistaken for a landmass. Its armor allows it to endure blows from the Submaripper, but its offense is terrifying. It launches plasma-charged boulders over distances exceeding a mile. These projectiles explode like bombshells. It can level a settlement without ever surfacing. It's shy, hiding in the deep, but if provoked, it uses those massive horns and plasma mortar to dominate the battlefield. Now we enter the top 5. Number 5 is the Screaming Death. This is a heavily mutated, albino whispering death that is born once every 100 years. It measures a massive 365 feet in length. While its wingspan is relatively small, at about 104 to 125 feet, it weighs between 2,500 and 14,000 pounds, depending on the age and source. This dragon tunnels through solid rock, destroying island foundations. It has red eyes and 3 rows of teeth. Unlike its cousin, it's not afraid of sunlight. It fires large explosive fireballs like a Gatling gun and has a scream that disorients other dragons. It's so durable that it can crash through sea stacks without a scratch. It's a world eater in the making. At number 4, we have a legend, the Purple Death. This is a dragon that Vikings believe was the Serpent of Midgard. It measures approximately 390 feet in length, with a wingspan of 350 feet, weighing at an estimated 21,000 pounds. This thing is so big that its movements trigger underwater earthquakes. The Purple Death can destabilize entire coastal regions just by being there. It uses its physical prowess to crush opponents, and has explosive firepower that can burn down fleets in a single breath. When you're 390 feet long and weigh 10 tons, you're bound to be a natural disaster. Number 3 is the Purple Death's cousin, the Red Death. This Stoker-class Titan was the antagonist of the first movie for a reason. It reaches over 400 feet in length, with a wingspan of 550 feet, weighing approximately 22,000 pounds. It ruled Dragon Island as a tyrant. The Red Death is an alpha species. It forces smaller dragons to obey its will. It uses methane to power enormous flame jets and has a vacuum breath that sucks enemies into its mouth. Its body is covered in coral-like spikes and dense scales that make it virtually invincible. Catapults bounce off it. Night Fury blasts annoy it but don't stop it. The only weakness is it has the methane stored inside. But good luck getting close enough to ignite it when you're staring down a 400-foot monster. At number 2, we have the Forever Wing. This mystery-class dragon is a living ecosystem. It measures approximately 409 feet in length, with a wingspan exceeding 550 feet, weighing an estimated 25,400 pounds. The Forever Wing is an ancient dragon that spends most of its time sleeping. It looks like a woody, earthy mountain and can produce lava to burn down villages if it wakes up angry. It can also telepathically communicate with dragons and humans. It's a benevolent alpha, commanding seedling dragons, but its sheer size means that if it moves, the map changes. And finally, the undisputed king, number 1, is the Bewilderbeast. This is the largest known dragon in the franchise. It's a Class 10 Leviathan. These titans measure an incredible 520 to 650 feet in length, depending on the individual, with a wingspan around 275 feet. The Bewilderbeast is the ultimate alpha. It uses ultrasonic sounds to mind control entire species of dragons. It has tusks that can gore other titans. It's amphibious, swimming through the ocean like a god and crushing anything on land. Its hide is thick enough to take attacks from an entire army. Oh, and they weigh approximately 200,000 pounds. Yes, 200,000. Well, there you go, all the largest dragons the franchise has to offer. But what if we were concerned with how they fare in a real battle? Well, that's the subject of this other video. Click on this video to see what I think the top 15 strongest dragons are in How to Train Your Dragon history. Go ahead, click it.